This morning, we have the Chief Executive Officer of One Oak Bahamas. He indeed is also one of a kind. That is Matt Sweeting. He's here to talk with us about the government's proposed affordable housing plan. It's made the news recently. And Matt, good morning. Welcome to Bahamas and Sunrise. Loving that pocket piece, man. I should have completed this outfit with a jacket and a pocket piece.
maybe you should have. That's a nice tie you have on there. But yeah, excited to talk about this new community that the government has announced. I have absolutely no connections, but I think the reason why I wanted to be a little bit vocal about this is because, I think, that 18 to 45 demographic that this announcement was made for, some people might be trepidatious about it. They might be unsure whether it's a good place to buy, whether the government will complete on their promises. And so I wanted to kind of put my support behind that, so people who are on the fence maybe make a decision that could help them tremendously financially long term.
Yeah, well, for those who don't know, summarize what exactly is this proposed affordable housing plan and how the government, because we've heard some of the costs related to it, the government's, carrying the cost of the infrastructure, which is usually a big portion of any type of development. You're in real estate, so briefly summarize this plan and what do you see to be the benefits of it?
All right, good. Yeah, so as the announcements and the releases have indicated thus far, there's going to be a parcel of land to the tune of about 84 acres. And if I were to help you identify where this is, if you're on JFK, you just came to the end of Tony Williams Darling Highway as if you were going to Goodman's Bay, you're going to get onto Prospect Ridge. When you get onto Prospect Ridge, you'll reach a light. And when you reach that light, you make that right turn. You've just traveled on two roads of where this property is bounded by. So you got Prospect Ridge bounded on the west by, and Sanford Drive bounded on the north by. And it also touches JFK as well. And so this is a prime piece of land that the government is proposing to do as an upscale community for a target demographic of people that are 18 to 45 years old. There are going to be 250 lots throughout this community. The single family lots will be at 40,000. The multifamily lots will be at 50,000. It's proposed to be the kind of development that is unseen in governance. We have never seen the government do anything of this level, which I think makes the target demographic, the 18 to 45 professional, a little bit kind of on the fence about it. But in addition to that, it proposes to have pool, community center, and walking trails. If I just to go into some of the detail, the Prime Minister has said, listen, there are going to be restrictive covenants in this community that you cannot do mechanic work in this community, that you can't have cars hanging around, that you need to build within 2 years of purchase. And so they're seeing that some of these factors might contribute to its value.
I tell you what, you mentioned one of those covenants. You have to build within 2 years of purchase. This is normally attached with higher end types of communities. Do you think it's reasonable in this particular case, and not just reasonable, but achievable?
I think it is. I think it is. We've been seeing a considerable number of young professionals get into real estate contracts, even without the incentives that this announcement brings. And so it does seem like an achievable objective. Someone just asked me yesterday on an interview about how much money do you really need in savings to actually make a purchase like this happen? You'll need somewhere to the tune of about $40,000, and that could vary. There are some strategies to make a lesser down payment and so forth. But for the most part, you're going to need somewhere to the tune of about 25 to 40 sitting on your account to make a purchase like this happen. So it is not, that doesn't speak to the everyday Bahamian, but it does require some discipline and fortitude to get to that level.
Yeah, not just discipline, right? Because you're not just purchasing the property. Again, you have to build within a time frame, which also means for probably most of the persons who qualify, who qualify for the property, they also have to qualify for financing.
That is correct. Yeah, they need to be on their way to, and so this person might realistically have a $250,000 credit line, a $200,000 pre-qualification, as it were, from the bank now, which might indicate to them based on their financial trajectory, where they're going to be in the next year and a half to be able to start their building.
Mhm. If you could improve upon the details that you've heard thus far of this proposal, what do you think could make it even better?
You know, I think I really only have predominantly good things to say about it, just because I believe the only thing that would make this better, as I think about that question, is it be free. Maybe, yeah, and I could, there's another subdivision, Carmichael Village, where these lots are considerably less. And so the lots in Carmichael Village, a larger community, but arguably a lesser desirable area, lots are at 15,000. And so, I don't know. I think this is a great incentive. I give it 2 thumbs up. The only thing I might suggest would improve and this is one of the comments I made in the Tribune is, if the committee was a little bit more inclusive of the demographic that the government is attempting to serve here. Mm-hmm. And so when you look throughout the committee, it is the legends of the industry. These are, you have nothing bad to say about the committee that's been formed, but I would have wished there was a little bit more inclusion of that 18 to 45 demographic than there's represented now.
Final question, Matt. Do you see this model, or do you see, well, firstly, this housing development can be sustained long-term, right? Because it's not just a matter of purchasing and building, it's actually sustainability. But do you think this is a model that the government can employ into the future?
Yeah, I think it is a model that they can and should. When I think about the spillover opportunity, and this is kind of why when me and my team sat about this, even though as a real estate professional, and again, I'm the CEO of One Oak Bahamas, even though we don't make any money from speaking about this, we actually created an entire website for people to kind of walk them through the process, because you could get kind of confused. Where do I go for the application? Where can I find all the notes about it? Where can I find the bullet points about it? Where do I need to send the application when it's filled out? All of those questions we're helping people to answer on our blogging platform, our blogging partner, majorkey.com. That's MAJORCAY. And on that website, they could find out everything about it, see all the videos produced about it, find the application, submit it. But I think it's a great plan. And I think the bigger opportunity, in closing, Philip, is for people to buy this as an investment and then use that to springboard them into where they want to be financially. I think the lots at 50,000 really give people a great opportunity to do that. And if they wanted to talk to me offline, I'll be glad to speak.
Yeah, no doubt. Buy and build. There you have it. Yeah. Matt Sweeting, CEO of One Oak Bahamas, one of a kind. Matt, thank you so much for being here on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back.